Hi, this is Jan from Log Cabin Leather. I'm here in the basement of my log cabin home where we make all my handmade leather products. And today I'm here to talk about making handmade leather belts and tooling designs on them. I don't know if I can check one of my broad things here. I'm not sure how my volume is coming out. I've been having trouble getting the volume to come out, so I'm not sure if it is even working right now. This is an issue I've had twice. So this is a third recording of this one video. I was showing how I was making this hand-tooled flower design, which I call my meadow flowers design. And I pretty much finished it up on the last video, so I'm going to have to start on the other belt. This design again started, well, didn't start. It's books like this. So this is what the design will kind of look like. It's a random flower field design. Now, every one I do is different. Now, these two actually are very similar because I've actually done the same leaf on that same flower. That's rare. If you look at these other flowers, I have different leaves, different stems. I have that same leaf, but it's on a different flower on that book than it is this book. A lot of times they're totally random. I don't use the same one. I do make little butter bees in here, bumblebees. I don't know if you can see those in there. So this actually, the original design I had for something like this was from a belt that I had purchased before I did leatherwork back in the 70s. And it had a flower, not this exact one. And then it had a stem and it would have like 4 leaves going down the belt. And then there was one other flower on it, none of which I have. But that kind of inspired this type of design. So it actually did start out as a belt design more than the books. But it has been one of my most popular designs since 1977 when I began. So I do make that on belts. And I make it on belts in all widths. So this was an 1.5-inch belt. That's generally the widest I've made it so far, unless you custom order it. And I may have it an 1.25-inch belt. The other size I had to work on was an inch belt. So now these belts I have all finished the edges of them on. Generally, I scribe this little line along the edge when I'm making a tool design, such as this, where I'm going to place, well, actually, this one doesn't have tools placed along the edge of the design, where I need to have an edge so I get the ends of this tool in the right place, even. So I'll scribe a line along the side. The meadow flowers is one of the few belts that I don't scribe that line because I want the design to go towards the, to the end. So this is a certain kind of leather. It's called vegetable tan leather. It's tanned with vegetable products, so it's biodegradable. It's eco-friendly. You do have to wet the leather, so that's actually, I'm going to put the camera down this way now and try to move you a little closer here. It's hard for me to figure out how to film this and not have things in my way. And see, now I have my speaker in the way of the light here a little bit too, so it's blocking you from the best showing up on this. So you wet it with water, and it's just a sponge dipped in water, and you wet it evenly, and then you do let it soak in and dry in a little bit. For this type of design, that's all I need. For other designs, you need the wetness to be a certain texture. Move this one out of the way because it's just sliding around. So now, so now I'm ready to start. So now I'm going to start this design. I'm going to start with my stems. And again, I'm not going to do this for too long because, like I said, this is the third time I've done this today. So now I'm going to just randomly draw stems. Then maybe I'll go back. I should put a couple butterflies in here. Okay, so I drew some stems, which is a knife, and you just turn it, and so I can curve it and make the stems. Let's see, this is going to be, I suppose this way, the design is going to go this way. So now I have some butterfly stamps, and see, all these things are things that just get hammered in. So I may actually put some butterflies in here too before I go too much further. Stamp butterflies along there, but now again, I'm going to use all I can't say that because I did a video a little bit ago. I'm having trouble with sound. So now I go in and I stamp flowers. And I have 5 different flowers here I'm going to use on this one. Each of these tools here. And I just stamp them in kind of a random order. I try to do all 5 of them, see, kind of in this sequence to that butterfly before I do a different one. I don't usually hold them all in my hand like this. That one I haven't done yet. Again, I'm not sure how well this is showing on this camera. And I think my speaker is blocking the light. But again, last time the speaker isn't working, so I'm not sure if it is even now. So I'm not going to do too much further on this. Now I'm going to draw some leaves in there. And then I'm going to do a bumblebee in here next, which is something I just created myself. And it's created with 3 different tools. One is a leaf tool. One is the flower tools. Really? Just put it. So we have these 2 tools. Okay, and this one. So it's kind of oval shape one, fuzzy one. That's going to be the bee's fuzzy body. It's going to be going up to this flower. So that's his body. This little round circle is going to be his head. And then I'm going to actually use this. Is his wings. This is also a leaf, so it is going to be the leaf that goes on this flower. Because it kind of matches the petals. So I'm going to stamp that. Then I'm going to get some other leaves to do on some different ones. I'm trying to keep my things separate here so I can figure out what I'm doing. This is another leaf here. This one, let's see, we'll do this one. Opposite leaves. So I'm going to do the leaf on one side is opposite the leaf on the other side. The other side were opposite. They were opposing. They were intermittent, I guess. So now that leaf. And this is another one I use. Trying to make them all different. So again, it's totally random, which is why they are one of a kind. All similar, but random. All right, I need one more leaf here. And then pretty much I'm going to wrap this up because, like I said, I've done this video several times tonight. I'm not even sure if my volume is working, although I'm right in front of my speaker. I don't know what I want to use for another little leaf in here. I don't know, so I have to do one more leaf. Then a bumblebee. He's going to have some stripes in his stem. And basically that's how the design builds along the belt. I'm not going to go any more further than this. My furnace is running again, which seems to be constant. I'm not sure why. And like I said, I am not sure if the sound is even working, although the speaker is right in front of my face. So that's going to wrap it up for now. Here, let me show my face again. Thank you very much. I hope this worked. Again, this is just a little demonstration. These demonstrations are not designed to really be a how-to on how to make the products, but to show you just what goes involved in making my products and how they are one of the kind, because every design I create Like even, the designs like these are all done with same type tools, just in different patterns. So now I'm making geometric patterns instead of floral patterns, but I'm using a lot of, same tools. These tools are all really designed to make flowers, actually. So the patterns are my own. The next step that comes after that is adding color. So now the color of something like this, to be quite honest, is Sharpie marker. If you use alcohol dye, which is what you would generally use, it absorbs into the leather very easy, but it also would soak in and blot and blur if you got too much. It's very unforgiving because if you get it any place you don't want it, it's going to leave a permanent spot. You can't get it out. The other alternative is to use acrylic paint, but you have to thin that down, which is what I do on most of my products, because then it will absorb in, and that's what you want. Just like the leather has to be wet to work on it, you want the color to absorb in. So what I use for the color is Sharpie markers because it does absorb in. Then I have to, like the yellow butterfly, the orange, the bee, the light leaves here. I have to paint something over it so that when I dye it, it will resist the dye and it won't, change the color or darken it. You can see the dye in here absorb into those leaves a little bit, which is what you want. So it gave it the two-tone effect. And so after the picture is painted, then and the finish put on the places it needs to be, then it is dyed with a dye to kind of fill in like the stems and the nooks and crannies. So that's basically the process. I do have other videos where I'll be showing a little bit more of that. If there are certain things you'd like me to show, I'd appreciate that. If you're watching this, I'd love a hashtag live or a hashtag replay. Tell me where you're from. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to talk about, I'd love you to leave comments about that as well. Also, the best way to get the discounts and deals on my products is to join my email, become a VIP insider. Then you get the best deals and discounts on my products. You also get, I usually send in my emails recordings of some of these videos. So if you're not on Facebook, or you can't watch it at the time it's on, you can get the replays and so forth. And there are links on my website. My website is logcabinleatherbyjan.net, logcabinleatherbyjan.com. I have both of those. Some products are on just one, some are on both. I had lost one of the websites. I lost the .com website for a while, so I started the .net, and then I was able to get the .com back. So now I have the two of them. So I'm not sure where I'm going with both of those. But in any event, you can buy these products on one or the other. You can also message me on Facebook or anything if you have questions, things like that. That's going to wrap it up for now because, like I said, I'm not even sure if the volume is working on this. This is number 3 recording of this video tonight, and I'm getting rather tired. So this is going to be it for the night. So if it doesn't work, that's it. So thank you very much. Have a great day. Please join my email and follow me on my journey and let me know what other products I can make for you.